Today, we're going to recap the weekend, talk through Monday Night Football, and then cash another squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. A kid in full hockey fit pulls up and sits right in front of you, and you can't see a thing. This might be more of a me guy move than just bringing your glove to a game. At least your glove is not right in the people behind you's face. I'm not trying to grow my bones anymore. My bones are grown, bro. I don't need to drink milk. I'm not a baby. You know who drinks milk? Babies and children. I don't put milk in my coffee. I drink black coffee like a grown-up. He ain't throwing a pick. If I could speak another language, I'd say it in that one too. It's time to dust off old Krabs again, take the less than half a pick, and f***ing cash would be tonight. Tail it, fade it, I don't give a shit. I'm making money on it. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Monday, episode 820 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by SeatGeek. If you are not using SeatGeek to buy your tickets, to go to concerts, to go to MLB games, NFL games, maybe some college football playoff games, start using SeatGeek. Use promo code Bookit10 and get a discount on all your upcoming purchases over there on SeatGeek. Jovan, how we doing? Not boots on ground today because I got to move all my shit in from this pod that just got dropped off at the apartment. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday.
Oh, yep. Good, Krabs. How was the Vegas trip?
Vegas trip was good. Concert was good. Food was good. Hit up the old stomping grounds, the Pepper Mill. Very, very good diner, famous diner. Does not disappoint ever. It's like an 8-egg omelet. If you guys have not been to the Pepper Mill, my goodness, cracked out. And made a little bit of money at the table. So nothing to complain about from my end, but happy to be back and blown I'm not in the office today, but sweats tonight. I'll be there if we're doing sweats and got to unpack this pod that just got dropped off a couple minutes ago. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun afternoon for old Krabs. Chad, how we doing? What's up, boys? Oi.
Oi.
What's up, Tyler? Yeah, we got a shelf there behind Jovan. We're going to put some cool memorabilia back there. Excited to fill that puppy up. W's.
We also, you got your three Nats hat haul from Vegas too?
Yes. First stop. Every time I go to Vegas, Culture Kings. So I got this cool country hat that has a Nats W on there. And a couple other Nats hats as well. So how about Who's Your Daddy getting involved with a resub? Let's go Who's Your Daddy? Attaboy. Attaboy. W's. Let's go. Let's go. Kyle B, 55 stream streak. That actually might be a record, folks. 55 stream streak.
Might be.
Are you kidding me? He says, fuck the SEC and ACC. That is all. Well, an ACC team made it. Wasn't the champ. But they made it in. Crazy. And Who's Your Daddy? We appreciate you, Beast. 5 subbies. I'm sure it was a pretty big weekend for you as well. Who's Your Daddy? If you are an Indiana Hoosiers fan. Okay? Props and Chop said somebody had a 60-day stream streak the other day. Whoa, that's crazy. Crazy. Dubs. Randub, good to see you, Beast. Appreciate all you guys in the chat. Krabs, I saw your doppelganger at the Packers game yesterday. Looked just like you. Probably a cool dude, Bankston. Probably a cool, good-looking fella. W Big Cheesy. Commies might not win the ACC, though. Well, good thing they're not in the ACC. They're in the best division in football. All right, cannot wait to talk through this Monday Night Football game with you guys tonight. We're going to talk through the limited slates. I mean, Jovan, this is probably the smallest slate we've had in a month.
Moose
right?
Slate. Just got
It's a moose meat slate. It is, but we're going to make do, and we're going to talk through Monday Night Football. We're going to talk through the couple of college basketball games. I like the plays on the ice. We're going to talk through the plays on the ice and some NBA as well. So, W first-time chatter, Mole Eel, I believe is how you say it. He says, Monday Night Football picks. We got you covered, my man. Coming up here very shortly. So, W Randope, W Chat, appreciate you guys. A lot of W stream streaks. Austin R, 60 stream streak. Whoa. Tyler Johnson, you're him as well. We appreciate all you goats. All right, let's go ahead and hop in and start recapping. Okay. Squad rides. Let's see how we did overall this weekend with Jovan under center, carrying the squads. 2-1.
Yeah.
W's. We take that.
You're gonna have to lead the graphics on that ninja. Yes, I can see it now. Heat.
Nice.
Shout out to Heat. We're sweating that at the TCU game. Boots on the ground. The sweaties mop. And the dogs
Yep.
were not. Neither
Yep.
were the Colts.
Colts, on the other hand, Colts might have to go in timeout.
We can
Is it time to
timeout.
say it's time to
Their
put them in
season's
timeout?
caked.
Season's probably kicked. They're going to lose out.
I mean, yeah, Riley Leonard is not winning them.
Hmm.
Probably any game.
Jovan might have been right about Bama being awful. I don't know if he said Bama was awful, but he definitely said Ty Simpson's awful, and he certainly looked awful this weekend. So, yeah, you might be right about that, puppy.
You looked
Yep.
bad.
Yep, you look terrible. You look terrible. Jacob said, put the house on the Bucks Super Bowl this morning. Buy low. Buy low, Jacob. Sure you can. Bama's been awful for a month. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Texas should 100% be in over Bama. Yeah, do you guys agree with that? Do you think Texas should be in? Is there another team that, either you or Goots might care about that might not made it in? And you guys have any arguments or any sort of points to make? Maybe the committee's listening to BTL today after making, their selections yesterday. They want to hear our thoughts. Do we have any fans of teams up here that might have something to say about, what teams might have made it or missed it?
I mean, I think you can argue if I had to pick one of the two teams that didn't get in, I would not pick Notre Dame. I'd probably pick BYU. But regardless,
wow,
Bama should not have been. Like, I think we all have two eyes and can clearly see that team fucking stinks. And the thing, it's not even like the problem that they were just in. It's the problem of the inconsistency. Like, every point they bring up is every single year it's different. They move the goalposts so the SEC can get in, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, you want to protect the conference that you're partnered with. It's all dumb. It's all dumb. Like, when the FSU was in the Jordan Travis situation, they even tried to spin it and say, like, it's not all about Jordan Travis. We want a team that's playing great ball heading into the playoff. Well, how good's Bama playing right now? And then you had like the Kirk clip of like, we don't want to punish teams for playing an extra game in the conference championship, except this game with BYU, just because we don't want to have it that way. So it's like there's a lot of very clear protecting going on.
You think it's a little weird after how bad Bama's looked that they're favorites on the road against Oklahoma?
No, they were minus a touchdown in Bama the first time they played. Can't give them like a full more than a touchdown the other way.
Okay.
I mean, Oklahoma hasn't played good either.
Yeah. Good counter. Don't disagree. Brian C., very excited to see where Mackenzie Gore ends up. I'm now hearing that a lot of teams are shopping for could be a no.
Oriole.
Could be a no. A lot of teams are shopping for him. They're shopping for CJ Abrams. Very, very excited to see what plays out, what ends up happening with those boys and what the Nats end up doing. Now, CJ I'd be a little more blown about because CJ is not a Scott Boras client, and he is certainly an extension candidate. We could kind of buy low on him a little bit. I still think there's better baseball in there for him. On the diamond, I think he could have a breakout season and play better than he's already played. So that'd be pretty impressive. So I wouldn't mind buying low on him, extending him, but McKenzie's as good as gone. McKenzie's gone. He's out of here.
Welcome to Baltimore.
Very good to see you.
Yeah.
Could be in Baltimore. Could be a Yankee.
That
As crazy as that sounds.
That would suck.
It could be a Met. Who knows? Apparently he's getting shopped heavily, and so is CJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's insane. What do we do?
Yeah, that's going to suck.
What do we do?
Well, they're trying to make some moves and stack up on prospects and prep for a run in a couple years. But we'll see. I just don't know how you gut your entire cool young core of guys.
I know.
Especially the guys that are good.
Yeah. Just invest other places.
Yeah, I'd love to see the owner actually spend some money for once and go out and buy a couple of veterans that are not making a couple $1 million like Josh Bell and Joey Gallo was when they bring these guys in. It's like spend some actual money and invest. But hey, we'll see how it plays out. I like Tabini's plan, the new president of baseball operations plan, and I like the guys he's hired. So we'll see how it ends up playing out. But yeah, I would hate to see those guys go. Obviously, I mean, they're some of my favorite players on the Nats. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and recap a little bit here. We got a couple other things to get to Friday. Sharp report. Let's see how you and Trent
Thank you,
did
Trent.
overall. Okay. Okay.
Good squares from both of us. Really good book plays from Trent. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. That was just unbelievable.
I was getting DMs. I was getting notice from the Bookit account because it's logged in on my phone. People saying Trent is so dialed. Trent is the most dialed we've ever seen him.
Dude, he was. That's the craziest part. I don't know if I've even
See.
before stream, like when he was labbing in his office, he might have not quite been dialed when we were talking about the surge, but he was locked in, labbing for plays, finding actual nuggets. They're real sell jobs.
Yeah.
He's probably never going to do that again.
I was going to say that sucks because after he grinds like that and has one shit day, he's never going to want to do that again.
No,
right?
he already said that. We were talking on, I guess, Saturday Sweats. He was like, yeah, dude, I'm never getting the lab again.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Then he proceeded to call the bookie for 20 extra units on Ohio State. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Let's see how we did for King of the Board. Okay.
That was,
Lost your own game, Krabs.
yeah, I beat Krabs on the road. Unbelievable.
Also, I think I went 2-3-1 or 2-2-1.
Yeah, 2-2-1.
Yeah.
Not 2-0-3. I'll take 2-0-3 if you want to give it to me, but I think it was more like 2-2-1. Huh. That sucks. If I just did job on Friday, could have won.
Yeah. You got to be perfect, though. Shout out Sade Whiteman for 5 gifted. Goats. Death taxes, Sade.
Sade, good to see you, my man. You're him. We appreciate you, Beast. Sade, you're in here every single day, Monday through Friday, bright and early, dropping subbies for the people. We appreciate you, Sade. Never change. Chat, be more like Sade. Oi. Dubs. Dubs.
Oi.
Never heard him have good sell jobs before Friday. Just a full fade. You can't make it up.
Dude.
It sucks that that's going to discourage him from future lab sessions, right? Because it could have went the other way, and he could have went 4-1 or 5-0. Next thing you know, Trent has glasses on. He's reading books. He's labbing up sell jobs, and not just asking Grok for what should I take in this game.
Yeah,
We were so close.
If
we were so close.
if he swept or at least had some good plays on Friday, he'd probably have been in the office 8 a.m. this morning.
Probably just slept there. Yeah.
I still don't even know if he's awake. I don't think anybody has heard a single peep from him.
He said he's doing surge, so we'll see.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the effort at least. At least the effort was there on Friday. It was there this weekend. Double sweats for you and Trent. It's impressive. So good work. Good work.
Can't give him too much credit, though, because he was asleep until halftime with BYU Tech.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah.
It's actually impressive. But
that was really
better late than never, I guess. Okay. Skywalker, good to see you lurking in the chat as well. Let's see how we did on the Hail Mary and the 5 guys. Let's go and recap those puppies.
See that.
Be your own guys sometimes, huh, Jovan?
Yeah, be your own guys.
Be your own guys.
Rat meat.
Bucky and Brock. Brock couldn't get 126 yards. What a joke.
Yeah, I wish that game was closer. He had like 100 yards at halftime. And I think only had to throw the ball like one time because they were winning by 55.
One of my favorite teams in football. They hate throwing the ball.
Yeah.
They run that damn thing.
Knew going in, but
yep.
I was with you. I like Miami in the game.
Yep. Yeah, I would have thought if the game was a little closer, Miami was winning, he'd be hucking it a little bit more. Didn't need to when they had to lead the whole game. So brutal. It is what it is. Bucky was pretty close to that number, I believe. He was in the mid 50s.
Yeah,
so not the
worst but had the one big run. He didn't really do much.
Yeah,
especially after
if he took his rushing receiving yards combo, that probably would have hit.
I don't think so.
Did he have like a 30-yard catch?
Yeah, I think he had 80 yards all purpose.
Yeah,
so I don't know
what he still fell short.
Yeah, he might have.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I faded him on the sides with his touchdown, and he scored. So double piss. And then the Hail Mary, great start. Did not close it out very well at all. The Colts.
Terrific.
Really starting to hate the Colts.
On both of them.
Yep. Really, really starting to hate the Colts.
That was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, they're banned.
Dude, what's the story with AR? He gonna come back?
I don't know. It would have been perfect time for him to play and show up.
He's been on the IR for like 2 months now with the thing he got hurt in warmups, whatever facial fracture he had.
Why would they want AR when they have Riley Leonard?
Because they might want to win games.
Well, I mean, if Riley would have played that whole game instead of Danny Dimes, maybe they would have won.
I mean, they were.
They put him in a bad position.
Oh, I mean, of course, terrible position. It was in Hurricane Katrina, first game on the road, shit spot. But like they were only down a touchdown. Danny Dimes, his Achilles exploded.
See, Kyle B gets it.
Definitely got a lot worse after that.
Kyle B gets it.
Goots, maybe if you had, a night or two to prepare.
Yeah.
To start, right? You maybe be in a better spot.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, now he's got all week. I mean, he might start. I don't know. They might go elsewhere, but it'd be a mistake if they didn't.
Yeah, you know where he'd be starting this week, Goots?
Where?
On the road in Seattle.
I mean,
have fun.
Sounds good to me.
They might not score.
Seattle might never lose again.
They let him get in there. It could be a Brock Purdy situation.
Seattle might win every game the rest of our lives. They might win out. They might go undefeated in the playoffs. They're winning the bowl. They might never lose again.
They have a Thursday night game coming up against the Rams. They got this Thursday, and then the following Thursday that's Thursday Night Football. Rams, Seahawks.
Okay, Goots.
It could be game of year.
That could be game of year. They'll probably lose that one. But
that might be game of year.
Against the shit teams, they do job.
I will say I'll give Trent his flowers. He did cash his game of the millennium.
He did, yeah.
Last night.
Yeah.
He did. So shout out Trent, cashing his game of the millennium, play of the millennium on the Rams, who also just very rarely ever lose and don't cover. And guess who didn't score last night?
One time you couldn't do anything to.
They won by 30. Square wasn't up, wasn't able to fade it. And what do you know? Adams does not score.
That's just, you hate to see that crap. You have no coin on it because it's a minus 150 goblin.
Knew it was coming.
We knew the second you couldn't fade it, it was air.
Knew it was coming. Yep. Really sad. Really sad. Colts might still be better than the AFC North rat shit division. I don't know, Jesus. They're looking pretty bad to me.
Yeah, they stink. They're
every facet of their game.
Right now, they're barely better than the Titans.
Yep. Yeah, it's not just their QB. It's their line. It's Jonathan Taylor. It's their defense, special teams, whole shebang. The whole 9 yards.
I mean, I think Auto Gelato said it best. The Colts died so the Hoosiers could fly.
Yeah, it might have been a worthy sacrifice.
Okay. Shout out the Hoosiers. Krabs, the streets need you to rebound from the RJ Harvey undersquare from yesterday, brother. Oh, boy. Thought I could let that squeak. Nope. We actually need to spin the wheel on today's show for that. So.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, unfortunately we do, Goots. I should have reminded you in the morning. Yep. So if we got to do that at the end of the show, it's fine.
Maybe we'll do that. We can do that on Sweats.
I do need to spin the wheel. Yeah. We could do it on Sweats as well if that's possible to screen share it, but we do need to spin the wheel today.
I mean, I can do it right now.
DTL
really
or
want
Sweats.
to.
I don't want to, but we have to.
Do you want to do it right now?
I really don't want to. We could do it right now if you're able. Yeah.
Well, let's recap.
I think we need some more. I want to get some diverse options. Maybe Trent will have some ideas.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that on Sweats to get his reaction.
We could do a wheel spin on Sweats.
Are you able to screen share it on
Sweats?
Sweats?
Yeah, we can get that done, Krabs.
All right. Let's take a peep at the NFL weekend preview. See how we did. You and Trent. Jesus.
Terrific Sundays.
Trent beat you.
He did, yeah.
That's never good.
Shout out the meats.
That's never good.
Shout out 9. Shout out just a dog meat game, which I'm sure we can talk about last night. The Chiefs finally ending, but everything else dog
meat. Yeah, let's talk about yesterday's slate a little bit. I mean, the Commanders are just on an ungodly level of quail shit right now.
Pretty bad.
Getting shut out to a Vikings team that's bad, Not a good Vikings team, a bad Vikings team. They just got shut out last week. Then they shut us out this week. 31-0. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Why is GD5 playing? Why is GD5 playing if the rest of the team does not give a shit? Why is there zero pulse on a Commanders team that went to the NFC Championship last year? No pulse. No pulse. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Sad. The definition of fat, happy, complacent. And questions might need to be asked about Dan Quinn. They might need to be asked. Because that team walked into the locker room silent as church mice. Silent. You couldn't hear a thing. You could hear a pin drop with the team walking into the locker room. They don't give a shit.
I mean, what are they supposed to do, Krabs?
You're supposed to show some heart.
Yeah, it's just
like,
I mean, a lot of their team is either hurt or they're just old. I feel like the team is not well constructed right now to withstand any injuries or the fact that they're like, what are they playing for?
They got a lot of guys who claim themselves to be leaders of men. They got a lot of guys who say they're just as good at men off the field as they are on the field. Terry McLaurin, Bobby Wagner. Got guys up for Walter Payton Man of the Year who are just mute, like Helen Keller when the team needs the most. It's sad to see, right? You can't self-proclaim yourself as a leader, a captain, a team player. You can't be Jeremy Reeves and act like your shit doesn't stink and then not a peep is said or done on the sidelines during the game. You can't be a Hall of Fame linebacker who says, oh, I'm actually a better captain than I'm a player. And then when the team needs you most to step up, you are silent. That's unacceptable. So either cut the shit and just say that you don't give a hoot and you're there for paychecks and the team sucks, the season's done, and you're moving on to next year. You can't have it both ways. Can't have it both ways. It's been sad to see Terry McLaurin not stepping up in the locker room. I don't know what the heck he's on. He's got to get off his high horse. It's sad to see. It's sad to see. So those guys won't be getting any credit for being leaders off the fields or in the locker room anymore because it's all a crock of shit. It's all a crock of shit.
Let's take the draft handout, man.
Yeah, at this point, sure. At this point, sure. If JD5 plays another snap,
malpractice
this season.
I saw a report that he's going to play.
That's ridiculous.
Like, why?
If they don't milk this injury and get him out of playing the rest of the season, I don't know what they're doing. What are they trying to prove? Are they trying to have him miss games next year? Are they so concerned that we might have been a 1-year flash in the pan that now they're going to risk injuring him to get some confidence and momentum going into year 3? I just don't get it. You go from everything right, everything going well, to just dumpster fire in one season. It's actually impressive. Hard to do. And they've done it. They've done it. Adam Peters has a lot of work to do. Dan Quinn and that stupid backwards hat and that stupid tight shirt have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. That backwards hat, not looking as cool as it did this time last year. I'll say it. Yeah, it's looking pretty stupid.
Now the backwards hat seems kind of fucked up.
Backwards hat now seems kind of dumb. Kind of dumb. Yep. I'll say it. Maybe Caleb Williams took our powers when he beat us this season. I don't know what it is, but something's got to change. Yeah. Something's got to change. All right. What else from I mean, your team lost to the Saints. So any comments there from your Bucks?
I mean, that was just they've been edging on losing one of those games that they shouldn't lose for a couple years now. I knew it was coming eventually. Like,
yep.
At the end of the day, like, I mean, they're pretty injured, so like a only point now is to win the games against the Panthers because those are the ones that decide the division and whether you get in the playoffs anyway. So I mean, that's a dog shit loss, kind of in on Tyler Shuck before the week, and he had a great game against the Bucks yesterday. But he's been good. They found their quarterback, and I'll stick to that. I was talking to Dave about that earlier, and he was shocked. But he's been really good. But again, it's just beat the Panthers at this point. Nothing else really matters.
Yeah. I mean, look, you guys are still in a good spot, decent spot. No need to go crazy or freak out or panic. You've got a lot of injuries. You could still make the playoffs. You could still squeak in there. And you have a big game coming up this weekend. So the Saints, look, sometimes your rival beats you, even when they're dog shit. That's the NFL. That's why we love the NFL so much, right? The amount of times I've seen the Giants beat up on the Commanders. Shouldn't happen, but it does. It's football.
Yeah.
It's a very even game. So you guys will be fine. And yeah, good time, like the chat was saying when we first started the show, good time to buy low on the Bucks, maybe sprinkle on a Super Bowl future. Sure.
Yeah, probably don't do that. But
Well, they get healthy. Who knows?
yeah,
Let's not forget how
we'll
good they
see
look
how
in the
healthy
first
they can
month.
get in the next couple weeks. I know Mike might play on Thursday, but
Ooh.
I'm sure he more so wants to play than he's able to play because it's Thursday night against the Falcons. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, keep him for Carolina. If they're healthier in the Carolina games, that's the most important right now.
Yep. What else?
That's it for recaps.
I don't know if
I just
that's
want
it
to
for
talk through
recaps.
What else
talk
do
through
you want?
NFL and college for a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, let's circle
Before we
back. I'd love to circle back to college football. We didn't really go through
Yeah.
that slate as much.
Don't want to talk about Pitt, Baltimore.
I mean, we can stay in the NFL first. Sure.
Figure we wrap up NFL here real quick.
Sure.
Any comments from anybody?
Just bad
Anyone?
performance. That's all I got to say.
Bad
It's
performance.
embarrassing. Sad. Embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm upset. I don't
Yep.
know what else to say. I mean,
You're pretty upset
I'm
yesterday.
not
dude.
going to make any excuses for likely, but chat knows the right answer there. But I'm not going to make any excuses because we should have won that game handily. So, congrats to the Steelers. Congrats to Rao. They were the better team. I've said this plenty of times that, like, for some reason they always beat us at home and we always beat them there. So we play them again soon. So we'll see. That game's going to be important, I hope, unless we just lose out. But I mean, at this point, this team doesn't even belong in the playoffs. So something's going to have to change.
I feel for you, Goots. I feel for the Baltimore faithful because it's a new year and it's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's a new year and you make a couple catches that were dropped, this game's over easily.
Yeah.
It's fluke shit over and over and over again. It's not even like they just get beat. Sure, they didn't look good. They didn't look good.
Really bad.
They didn't. But they had a couple chances to win that game and they blew it on every single one.
Yep. Classic.
And they do that once a month.
I urge you to watch a Ravens game and pay attention to all the third downs. Third down, we don't get third downs, and third downs is the easiest for opposing teams to get on the field. Every game. Every single game. Yeah.
You're saying your defense allows third down conversions and your offense
and then
never
we
gets
don't get them. Yeah. Like
Well, that's a problem.
third and 1, I'd rather have a 3rd and 50. I'm serious.
That's a problem.
I'm dead ass serious. It's crazy. Nuts.
Yep. Sad. The Baltimore faithful deserves better. They do. They do. At any point, does Harbaugh get the finger pointed at, or is this just on the guys not making catches?
I mean, who are we going to bring in that's better than Harbaugh? I really don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I hate pointing the finger at him. A lot of people do it. I mean, he's brought me a lot of joy. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yep.
I got nothing else for you, Krabs.
All right. We can move. You got a chance to get your lick back against them in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Okay. You guys will probably be a weirdly short favorite there on the road, and I'll be betting the Ravens. And then I'll be pissed off again.
If you want thoughts on the Irish, beat Miami or A&M, and we're in. That's it.
Wow.
Like, there's nothing.
So you're not even mad about the decision?
No. I think it's understandable that we probably should have been ranked where we were supposed to be prior to yesterday. Weird. Like, it gave us false hope. But yes, Miami should be in front of us. They won that game. We need to win that game.
They need to stop that shit with the weekly CFP rankings. If they just mean nothing,
that's
you might as well cancel it.
Only reason I had any hope. Am I wrong for having the hope? No. Like, it's crazy.
Duke dominated UVA and still didn't get in. Hate to see it.
Here we go.
We knew it was coming.
We
just hate to see it.
That was such an all-time great hate watch. That's one of the best hate watches I've had that didn't involve Lamar Jackson in some time, I'll say.
I mean, the season they had, after being damn near perfect all year, destroying, not just beating, but destroying BT. 1 seed heading to the college football or the ACC championship, excuse me. All they have to do is win. You knew they were not winning that game.
I mean, I knew they're not winning that game because of who their quarterback was.
Yeah.
Shit quarterback. And how perfect for the game to end on a god-awful pick in overtime by him. That is beautiful.
That was the most UVA ending to a football game I've ever seen. They probably lost all their powers and momentum from that one pass. I'll be honest. And by the way, Chandler Morris is for some reason, in the most UVA fashion, he is now trying to get another year of handout eligibility for next season. So there's a chance he's under center again in Charlottesville next year. Just want to go ahead and put that out there.
Yeah, he needs to go make some take some applications to JP Morgan.
He could take over for Gerard Evans and the Tokyo Gas Creators over there in Japan, in the Japan X League that they have going on out there for American football in Japan. He could be their next QB because he doesn't have a spot in the league. He does not have a spot in the ACC. He's so overrated. And that last throw, that last pick, that sums up Chandler Morris is how he really is as a QB.
That was beautiful. Yeah, I mean, he's the cockiest guy in the history of football. So I'm glad. Go start learning finance, brother.
He is a cavalier. That's for sure. That's for sure. He is a perfect who. All right. Yeah, great hate watch there against UVA. What else from college football before we dive into today's winners? What else do you want to talk about? You're right about Bama. Great call on Georgia. Anything else from Saturday's games you want to bring up?
I mean, just a great win by Indiana. Fantastic win by Indiana. That was a beautiful game. Beautiful. Yep. Another great hate watch with Coin on that side with Ohio State.
Yep.
That was beautiful. Even though it probably, just like last year and Oregon did the same thing, it probably hurt them again to win and have a shittier spot in the playoff.
Yeah, it's almost better for Ohio State that they lost that game for their championship hopes.
Yeah. I mean,
their natty hopes.
Just like there's so many teams in this playoff specifically, like can go through completely spotless. Ohio State had their moment last year where they got beat before it. Everybody wanted to think that Oregon could do it and go through scotch-free last year, and they got their shit pumped in. Indiana's, not winning the Natty as much as I would love to say it, but in this playoff, it's unbelievably difficult to go through, especially when you have the tougher road as the 1 seed.
Snowman, good to see the good guys get one on Saturday, man. You deserve it.
That was incredible. Love that.
You deserve it, Snowman. That team is really good. Cignetti is a GOAT. Cignetti, one of the best coaches in college football. He really reminds me of Dan Hurley, just grabbing this team by the balls and just leading from the front. It's been impressive to watch. Cignetti deserves, if he even can get more respect. I know he's a cocky MF, but he backs it up.
He does.
And he's won everywhere he's gone. If anybody could act like that, it's Coach Cignetti. So JMU legend, now an Indiana legend, and that's now a powerhouse in college football. Powerhouse.
Can we get the natty picks?
Yeah, natty predictions. Jovan, if you had to pick any team right this second to win the national championship, who are you taking?
If I had to pick any team right now to win the Natty, as much as I really hate to say it, I think the best team in college football right now is from Athens, Georgia. I think Georgia wins the Natty.
Wow. Gunnar Stockton, you think he gets it done? Is he going to be able to get it done in the air?
Yeah, I don't know if he'll have to too much, to be honest with you.
Okay.
That's the thing. But I also think, we were shitting on that defense the entirety of like the first half of the season because it was awful. It's been night and day since then, which nobody wanted to realize when it came to this week's game. But it's been absolutely fantastic second half of the season. Looks like a Kirby defense now, and they've gotten it together. Add that on to the fact that, their path, I think, lines up incredibly well.
You know whose odds I thought were a little short?
Who would that be?
The Miami Hurricanes.
Stop it.
What if Carson Beck, Malachi Toney, and the Miami Hurricanes, after barely getting in, what if they started playing defense like they did in the first half of the season? What if Carson Beck throws 4 touchdown passes every game like he did at points this season? When he was there was a time when he was leading the Heisman. He's leading it
Yeah.
halfway through the season. What if he brings some of that swagger back?
I can see it for the first round. I
Hi.
like them a lot to beat A&M, but
Yeah. So do I.
do I think Mario Cristobal is going to go and beat Ohio State? God, like Mario Cristobal in general, just winning 4 straight playoff games seems like rocket science.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go with the Miami Hurricanes as my pick. But we all know who's winning. The Natty, it's not going to matter. It's going to be Ohio State.
Yeah, more
Ohio
likely than
State.
not.
Yep. It's going to be Ohio State, who smartly got their loss out of the way in the conference championship. So they can now go on a run and win 4 straight games. Or less. 3 straight games.
You don't talk about it enough. Looking at the seeding and everything, how they perfectly crafted it for the SEC teams to make sure there was a way they get through every single time. Because truthfully, there should be, at the very least, like Ohio State should have to go through Bama, at least.
Yeah.
Because Bama just doesn't get knocked down whatsoever from getting their guts rearranged by Georgia in the SEC championship game. But they have 8-9 SEC, so make sure somebody gets through. Have an SEC-less first round winner. I would make it a little tougher, depending on who gets through.
Okay. How does Georgia not move to 2? Austin is asking.
Yeah, I'm not too mad about that. Like, realistically, Indiana and Ohio State are the best 2 teams in college football, like by resumes looks. Like, you move them down 1, that's fine. I can tip cap to that.
Okay. All right. Just stop. SEC this, SEC that. Archie Gamble says.
It's what every SEC fan says.
Yep.
Like, we're all very aware. The playoff is owned by ESPN. It has a deal with the SEC. It's all very clear in how they talk about it. We know there's very clear bias, especially the guy who makes the final decision for the committee is an SEC AD. Like, it's not some big conspiracy. It's human nature. It's exactly how it works. And they've even come out and slipped out and said it multiple times. They talk about how BYU plays nobody for the entirety of their schedule, but they prop up Missouri and Tennessee as ranked wins, even though they're not ranked wins anymore for Alabama's resume and they're dog shit. Talk about the actual ranked wins that BYU has. Like, it's pretty clear. It's just something like we have to accept this.
Yeah, everybody's got the SEC's balls in their mouth. You're not wrong, Archie.
Including
You're not wrong. Pretty good way to put it. It's almost like they have a partnership with the SEC.
Yeah.
Can we also pour one out for Shador's game started?
For who?
Shador game started. Where? Pour one out.
Yeah. It was a good run. Shador is probably the QB of the future for Cleveland, and might be better than JD5 from the likes of it. Yep. Might be better. No, look, he had a couple good throws yesterday. I'll give him that. Look, I'm an honest man. I'm an open book. And if I'm wrong, if I got to change my take on a guy, right now I'm changing my take on the guy. And he's made some sharp throws. He looks like the QB of the future for the Browns. We'll see how long that lasts. Might be 1 year. Might be the rest of the season. He might get hurt again and be out the rest of the year. Who knows? But he looks relatively sharp. They're not asking him to do backflips and cartwheels in the pocket. They're not asking him to, run this crazy, top of the line, eccentric offense. They're keeping it simple, a lot of screens, a lot of quick passes. But he's doing his job. And he's hit a couple good deep shots as well, which is his specialty. So as time goes on, as he gets more, experience in the pocket, should get better down the line with the deep ball as well, which is his specialty. So hate to say it. You guys know I'm a Shador hater, but got to give credit where credit's due. I know they lost, but he had a damn good game against Cam Moore and the Titans on Sunday. He did.
But, I'll tell you what. There's not a chance in hell he doesn't get stuffed in a locker this week.
Yeah, who they play?
Oh, they play the Bears in Chicago.
The Bears and Ben Johnson coming off that loss after shit talking everybody.
Yep. They ain't the
Okay.
Titans. They ain't the Raiders. Saddle up.
Hopefully Tremaine Edmonds is back for that game.
Sneaking
And then
Okies.
They still got some injuries, the Bears. They got some injuries on defense, but even with that, they should still be able to dominate. Yep.
Yeah, they will. That'll be a
Yep.
bloodbath. But he looked fucking great yesterday. That was a super fun game between the two best
Yeah.
friends.
The under in that game might have been the worst bet of the NFL season.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Appreciate it, Trent.
Pretty bad. All right. W recap. That's all I've got. Shout out Navy against Cincy. Do we have any line movement there in that ball game? Because that's the game of the millennium.
All the way down to 1.5 now. I would advise if you can get Navy, chat, I would get Navy immediately.
If you can get Navy at plus check, get him at plus check. Take him on the ML. They're winning that game. The Booper Bowl, Krabs' squad versus Jovan squads. The Sorsby-less squad.
Yeah,
they're
not
really
my squad. My squad is Sorsby. So
Sorsby counts as one of your squads, one of your 10.
He goes as I go, and as he's not going to be playing in that game because he's going to be fielding offers from Miami and Texas Tech and wherever else. So they're about to get the shit kicked in, especially because, like, honestly, if Sorsby was playing, I'd still take Navy.
Wow.
Navy's going to have 500 rushing yards.
It's Blake Horvat's last game before he goes to war. It's Heidenreich's last game before he goes to war. I think it's Tezka, their fullback's last game before he goes to war. This one simply means more. When Cincy's team is looking for where they're playing next year and taking their NIL bag and where they're about to be, playing next season, Navy's guys are worried about going to war next year and leaving it all out there on the field in their final game. So, I'll go ahead and take the midshipmen in that one. You kidding me? Come on. Simply means more. What war exactly? Who knows?
Well, yeah,
I'm not a doctor. I'm not in the military. I don't know.
I'm not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know what war they're going to. But all I know is they're going to war, and before that, they got one final game to leave it all out there on the field for. That's all I know. God, that game is going to be cinema. What day is that game? I got to mark that on my calendar.
Is that after New Year's?
After Christmas, because it's the Liberty Bowl, right?
The Liberty Bowl? Okay.
I'll try and find it.
Should be the one of the later ones, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
All right. Game of year.
New Year's
Mark
Eve.
it down.
New Year's Eve. Okay.
Nothing will be better than the Cow Hawaii boot. You got Christmas Eve with the fam, and you get JKS against Micah Alejado.
It is a great game.
Literally, I mean, that's the Polynesian Bowl. Cal is now Polynesian U, which is just incredible narratives.
They've got like 6 Polynesian recruits next year.
More than that. All of them are going to play with JKS now. Because shout out all the bozos that thought JKS was going to leave too. That was never happening.
Ron Rivera made that very clear on his on-field interview. Halfway through the season, number one priority is getting him to come back.
Yeah,
they were not letting him leave.
They got Polynesian recruits. They got Rolovich, who's a Polynesian. He has connections and loves JKS. They brought in Tosh, who's obviously Polynesians. Like, they have everything there. It's going to be fucking sick. And that game's going to be incredible.
If you guys catch that game, you will see Ron Rivera on the sidelines, right? He stands right behind the head coach.
I don't know. Will you make the trip to Hawaii?
Oh, yeah.
On Christmas Eve?
He'll be there. You think Ron gives a hoot about his family? He's going there on the sidelines. Come on now. Come on.
Nah.
He doesn't give a hoot. He'll be there.
That's just.
That game is way more important than Christmas dinner with his fam. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, probably. It's way more important, though, than your Booper Bowl Army-Navy this weekend.
Big one. Navy laying 6.
Yeah, they're about to drop.
They playing that game in Baltimore? Goods.
Sure
you
are.
Seen this?
Yeah, I already knew about it.
They're playing this game at the bank.
Yeah.
Is this the first one in a couple of years you haven't been at?
I've been the last couple of years. I went at FedEx Field last year. I went 2 years ago in Philly, or a couple years ago in Philly. Maybe like every other year I've been going. But, I mean, this one's going to be straight domination. No need to make a trip up there for this. No needs. That's going to be belt to ass. Although Army did finish the season very strong. I'll tip cap there because they looked horrendous a couple weeks into the season. And as always, I mean, the good kids up there in West Point, I believe, they typically figure it out. They got a pretty good coach as well. So 6-5 right now. They're going to be going to a ball game. They're already in a ball game. They play ECU, I believe, don't they? In their ball game, I think.
I think so. Military Bowl.
That's going to be
Is that
Delta
what that
Ass.
was?
But maybe Army can make this game weird against Navy. People forget last year Army was stacked. They had Bryson Daly. They were supposed to destroy this Navy team. They were minus 6.5. And the coach said, the Army coach said, he goes, does Navy still have a football team? And the Navy destroyed them 31-13.
Yeah.
People forget that.
I was going to say, it feels like whenever there's a clear mismatch in this game, or at least that's the way it's been the last couple of years, the dog or the contrarian side has been air.
Yeah. You won't see me playing Army, but I certainly will not be betting Navy this year.
Yeah.
Okay. CJ and Mackenzie Gore to the Yanks for Judge. Done deal. Nice, Dilly Dow. Appreciate you. Appreciate you in the chat. Imagine that trade.
You'd actually.
I would decline that trade. Would you rather have Mackenzie Gore, CJ Abrams, or an old washed up Aaron Judge coming off his best couple seasons?
Krabs,
Sell high,
man.
folks.
Krabs.
Sell high, folks. It's like that rocket game. You want to stay on that rocket that long? Eventually, it's just going to. You stay on that rocket this season on the Aaron Judge train, the Aaron Judge rocket. You're not going to like how it goes.
All right,
Sell high.
Some rumors
We're losing
yesterday that
plot
you're going to
here.
run it back in the go well again. Just insane.
I'm going to run it every year he plays in the major leagues. Every year that Prize Picks is an app, that square will be in the MLB season. Go well.
Abs. That's got to cut your losses.
Every year he plays baseball. Every year Prize Picks is an app on the App Store. I'll be playing the less than.
You've had such surgical goat whales, too. Ruined by Judge and ruined by Corbin. Like,
Patty C gets a pass.
Just going to waste.
Patty C gets a pass.
I don't know if he gets a pass.
Want a ring?
Moving groove, folks.
Let's move. Real Nicky Gambles. It was the perfect weekend to fade Devontae Adams. It's a shame I couldn't do it.
Talk about the Pacers.
That would have been nice. Let's talk about the slate for tonight, huh? Atrocious slate. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Got a couple plays I'm liking. Got a couple plays I'm eyeing. Let's start out with the Pacers. The Pacers, much like the Commanders last year, they go on a great run out of nowhere, and then this season, injury bug hits hard. Everything goes wrong. I feel like that's a pretty fair comp. JD5 and Tyrese Halliburton could be 2-star comps there as well. This year, Pacers are just reeling with injuries, Jovan. I mean, they still got plenty of guys out. If you check the lineup or projected lineup on Roto, I mean, there's 5 dudes who played significant minutes for this team last year who are all, still injured and out for this game. So it looks like it's going to be Nembhard. They're going to have Garrison Matthews, former Wizards legend, in the starting lineup again tonight. Benedict Mathurin. At least they got Pascal Siakam and your guy, Jay Huff, down low. We're going to need Jay Huff to go out there and shine tonight, Jovan. We are betting on Jay Huff. Taking the Pacers on the spread, -4. I'm seeing them up to -4.5 now. That's some steam. That line is moving. It opened up at 2.5, 3. I saw last night. Now it's up to 4, 4.5 some places. Jovan, the Pacers shouldn't be -4.5 to anybody. I don't care who they're playing. The way this team has looked and the way their, projected lineup is looking right now. Against Russell Westbrook, Zach LaVine coming off a career game, DeMar DeRozan, and one of the Murrays. I forget which Murray it is, but this Sacramento team, roster-wise, health-wise, is better than the Pacers. The only advantage the Pacers have is that they're home in this game. So, yeah, I'll take the Pacers catching steam. They shouldn't be catching steam or catching any line respect against anybody right now. I don't care if it's the struggling 6-17 Kings. The Kings are at least coming off a win in their last game. The Pacers stink. They have 5 wins so far this season. One of the worst teams, one of the worst records in the NBA. We're betting them as favorites today. They get it done. Looking at that line move, they look like a sharp play in the association for tonight.
Certainly. I'm in on that.
Okay.
Shout out Jay Huff.
Shout out Jay Huff. We're going to need him to ball tonight.
Need that.
Speaking of teams who need a ball tonight or players, we need New Orleans to ball tonight, Jovan. Looks like you were on New Orleans in college basketball.
I am. Looks like
Wow.
Trent has officially arrived at 12:30.
Nice.
I can hear Manny barking at the cost of 2 racks. But shout out the Privateers. Super weird team. Honestly, both of these teams are really, really odd because New Orleans they're 2-7. But they have wins over Tulane and TCU, and they've looked pretty god awful. Even though like their schedule's been pretty tough outside of, I guess, their couple conference games. But UIW is also really weird because they just lost. We just faded them on Saturday against Nichols, who was 0-7 to that point. Similar thing. They had a little tougher of a schedule, but regardless, 0-7 Nichols, they just went to and lost. But that was directly following a win against McNeese, which is, I know it's a different team, different regime, but something that nobody in the conference has been able to do for 2+ years now. So a really odd team there too. But New Orleans, they know how to get to the rim. Whether it's they're not the smallest team, they kind of just play super aggressive because that's kind of what they have to do. Nobody in this conference is really like has any semblance of size. Nichols actually kind of does, ironically, and they're the worst team in the conference right now. But they got to the rim pretty well, and they also shot pretty well from 3 against UIW on Saturday. But a lot of these guards and I guess the bigger ball handlers, whether it's anybody but Colton Benson for New Orleans, because Colton Benson is there for one reason and one reason only, to shoot threes. They're going to be able to get to the rim, I think, at ease against UIW in this game. And UIW also, like, they've been really good if you just look at strictly numbers on 3-point shooting this year. They've been super efficient, not crazy volume, but if you look at those numbers, they are incredibly skewed by all of their non-D1 games where they shot 40-50% from 3 on much higher volume than the rest of their other games. So I think you're going to see some pretty heavy regression for that, which started on Saturday against Nichols, and they only shot 14 threes and made one of them. I think you're going to see those numbers a lot more than not in the rest of their Southland games, and New Orleans 3-point defense has actually been pretty good too. So I like them in this spot to break their, I think, 5 or 6 game losing streak for New Orleans and get a win.
All right. Backing your boys from the Southland to get it done tonight, getting 1.5 on the spreads. I'll be right there with you, Talon, on the front lines. And we'll come back to that Eagles play, which surprisingly I actually like as well.
Yep.
We'll save it. We'll talk about it in a moment. Okay. For now, let's talk about why that under's hitting in this game tonight. Let's talk about why the Eagles Chargers under 41.5 is a smash play. Shocker. Taking the under in another primetime game. These have been pretty good for us, for the last couple weeks. And I got another one here for you guys that I like. This is a fade the prize picks board system play for old Krabs. You got both QBs up for a half a pass and touchdown goblin and a 1.5 demon. I thought we'd see at least one of these QBs having a 1.5 normal square, but since the odds are so juiced to the under on the 1.5, it is a demon for that square, which is a great sign for the under as well. They have that Jalen Hurts touchdown square up there, which for the first time in a couple years, that square has not been an auto green square. It's actually, I feel like, lost more than it's hit in recent weeks. So that's a good sign. Saquon and A.J. Brown had extremely popular demon touchdown squares. Prize Picks doesn't even respect them enough to make them normal squares. And this total I thought was pretty damn low, opening up at 40.5 between these two offenses. That's crazy. I know these teams can play some defense as well, but when you're thinking about the Eagles and the Chargers, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about Justin Herbert, Ladd McConkey, Keenan Allen and co., who I believe did they get a running back back?
Yeah, Marion Hampton's supposed to be back.
Marion Hampton back, right? Their stud young running back that they just drafted. Their shiny new toy. He's back in this game. You're thinking about that. You're thinking about Justin Herbert, who he just had a surgery, I believe, a sneak surgery, which nobody's talking about. It's kind of crazy, but I think it was something pretty small. That's who you think about when you think about the Chargers and the Eagles. You're thinking about, sure, they've been struggling of late. They've lost 2 in a row, but you're thinking about Jalen Hurts pushing. You're thinking about Saquon getting back on track tonight. You're not thinking about the Eagles defense that sneakily the last month or so has been one of the best units in football. This defense can play. They added a great defensive lineman from the Dolphins. It's been probably their best player on their team since they added him a couple weeks ago. And in Phillips, this Eagles defense is starting to look like the Eagles defense from last season. It was very, very impressive and helped them win a Super Bowl. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressed by their defense the last couple of weeks. And I don't think that changes on the road in a must-need like Trent would say, this is a must need for the Eagles. And I do think they pull out the win. But that was some respect for them opening up -3 on the road against a team with their same record, with how bad they've looked coming off of 2 losses, especially considering the Chargers are coming off a win. So I do like your Eagles play, but I like the under a little bit more. Shocker, another primetime under for old Krabs. This one's hitting. If it wasn't, the Prize Picks board wouldn't look like it does for tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I mean, I'm taking the Eagles, but I certainly would not be taking the Eagles if I thought it was an over game script.
Yep. Rare. Usually it's the dog in the under. Tonight with this Eagles team, it's the favorite in the under, and they're going to win with defense. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm in. Tell me why the Eagles are covering.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and especially after, I guess, yesterday, looking at what the run game for the Bears did against a damn good Packers rush defense. I know you're down Jalen Carter. I know you were in that game, but I think a lot of people were shocked at just how much the Bears ran down the Eagles' throat, and that was the story of the whole game. Like, Caleb Williams didn't have to throw the ball much, couldn't throw the ball too much because it was like Katrina wins, but beside the point. They just ran down their throat. Everything was really easy. Obviously, the offense was god-awful, but everybody watched that, and they're like, shit, maybe the Eagles' defense is not great in the run game, and it's not the same one we saw towards the beginning of the year. I think, again, especially after watching them yesterday, I think that had a lot more to do with the Bears' play design, and, of course, the fact that you were down Jalen Carter, and nothing's going to change there. But I think it was a lot more about the Bears than the Eagles. Now you go to an offensive line that, even though they dominated the Raiders last week, they looked god-awful in doing it. That offensive line's been terrible all season. Obviously not all their fault because they're playing a bunch of backups. They're super injured. Added to the fact that you have Herbert, who couldn't pick up a football a couple days ago, and now you're asking him to play against this Eagles defense.
Now
that's
he's
going to be
healthy
in his face. Going to be his face all game. I mean, good luck. I think this is a game that the Eagles defense dominates. I love taking the Eagles, and I take them very rarely, as do you. But I love taking them off of a spot where everybody just watched them get absolutely manhandled. Everybody's out on this team. This offense is pitiful. You're not going to have to be very good in this game because, like, this is a defense too on the Chargers side where I think this is the perfect time for them to get their run game. I wouldn't say get right because it's still a Chargers defense that is a respectable run defense. It's a good run defense, not as good as they were beginning of the year, same time, but they play a lot of like deep too high. So like you're gonna have to mix up your looks, whether it's Saquon or I think it's gonna be a good bit of Jalen Hurts today. Take everything underneath. Saquon's gonna be very, very heavily involved in the receiving game as well. So like you're not gonna have to challenge them downfield like the same matchups that Jalen Hurts struggled with the last couple of weeks, Bears included. And it's obviously not gonna be 30, 50 mile an hour winds or whatever it was last week either. So Eagles are winning this game, man.
Yep, they probably are. They probably are. I like this play from you. Backs against the wall. People are starting to chirp them and Saquon a lot. I think this probably could be a Saquon game as well. If I have to pick anybody to go off on offense, I'd probably target Saquon to shut the haters up, and that's coming from me, one of those haters. Okay, his fantasy score was kind of looking to be funny earlier today, but I'm not crazy enough to get that out. But if I had to take a more than today, be taking Saquon. Be taking Saquon more than fantasy score. All right, let's move. Got one more straight bet for you guys here on the ice. I think you have a play on the ice as well to wrap us up.
Yep.
Wow, the Lightning are up to -130 as well. That's a play I was between. It was either the Sabres on the ML or the Lightning.
Well, I'll tell you, it'll probably make you like them a lot less. It's weird because Vassy just got put on the IR for the Lightning, so you're starting the back up in net again. But they also are getting, I believe, Braden Point and Kucherov back, which are
This is their first game of the season.
not first game of the season, but they've been out for a couple games, more than that, I guess, a little bit. So good and bad. A lot of good news, though.
That's why the line's moving towards them a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sure. That makes me like my decision better than going with the Sabres, who opened up plus a hundo on the road against Calgary and are now at a pick 'em -110 price on the road against Calgary. Like I was saying, Sabres are coming off of back-to-back losses. Calgary is coming off of back-to-back wins. Thought this was a little bit of respect for the road squad coming in here in Buffalo against a Calgary team that's beat them 3 of the last 5 times they played them. They've beaten them the last 2 times they played them. And I think Buffalo gets their lick back in this game. Good to see the Sabres catching some steam up there in Calgary on the roads. I thought Calgary would be a -120, maybe -110, or -115 at worst favorites after a couple wins, and they've looked a lot sharper of late. I was a little bit shocked to see the line move here for the Sabres looks like a sharp play on the ice for me, coming off a 4-1 loss to Winnipeg. I think they get their lick back, and Calgary just shut out the Mammoth. I think you're going to talk about here in a moment, so I want to fade them coming off a shutout and back the Sabres, who love to score, to put some pucks, in the net against this Calgary team that let up 0 in their last game. I think that averages out, and you see them give up, 3, 4, maybe even 5 goals to the Sabres in this one, and the Buffalo Sabres get a win on the road.
Yeah, I'm in on that. I believe you also have as much as I love Dustin Wolf, he's been zigzagging a lot with his performances. Some of that doesn't have to do with him. The defense is just bad, but he's the one who is coming off a shutout, and I'm hearing rumblings that we have a goals allowed square. That's not even a regular square up at 2.5.
Oh boy. Let me go get some eyeballs on that puppy. Ooh. There is a Dustin Wolf 2.5 Gabi. Whoa.
Yeah.
After
Krabs
he's given up
just
2 goals combined in
splooge.
his last 3 starts.
Krabs literally just busted.
Krabs literally just
Whoa.
emptied sack.
Get the Sabres
Whoa.
graphic up and moving, or
You might need
Whoa.
a Sabres Dane Dunning graphic
Whoa.
for Krabs.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm going to be sneak taking that square. Want that on record? I don't like sneaking squares or lineups, but I'll be sneaking that puppy. That's for sure.
My golly.
That's for sure.
My golly.
Okay. Rito says, exam in 2 hours. I barely studied, and I'm watching BTL instead. Let's have a day. Rito, let's have a day, man. Why not us, Rito?
That's hard.
Why
hard.
not
Love that.
us?
Wouldn't want anything. Wouldn't want it any other way, Rito.
Yeah, Rito, just graduate, man. Get the paper. Get the paper and get out of there. Sade says, Jovan, I need to hear your thoughts on the Igbuka fall off. Not really his fault, but looked bad yesterday.
Yeah.
You could make an argument it's his fault a little bit.
No, it's the drops are definitely his fault. He's got a drop problem. He has like one big one every game. It's getting ridiculous. The volume is obviously going to take a little hit because you got Godwin coming back and Mike's going to come back soon. So like, he's not going to be getting 10 targets a game anymore. But like, you got to catch the passes. That game probably ends a little differently if you catch that one in the end zone. That was a great throw. The play design hasn't lined up well for weeks now, and we finally got one and he couldn't catch it. Been the same thing for a couple weeks. Got to figure it out.
Yeah, got to figure it out. He fell off big time. Still believe in the kid, but he has been pretty useless the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
All right. W straight bets. Let's talk about some prize pick squares. And yeah, would love to hear what color jersey Trent is wearing out in the office. Anybody know?
Look
I'm going to go check.
We go to squares. Oh, yeah, Goots.
Yeah, Goots. Goots, go take a peek.
Tell you about the Mammoth Krabs, which the Mammoth are coming off of that super ugly shutout. Combine that with the fact that the Kings, who were in the Hail Mary on Saturday, shout out, they also are coming off of shutting out the Blackhawks in a dominating game, 6-0. So it's a little zigzag for the both of them. But this is also a weird game because the Mammoth, they've been kind of zigzagging lately. Pretty interesting what they've been doing. Any sightings? Nah.
He said that he's wearing Brooklyn Nets Kevin Garnett.
Throwing fucking pity parties for
And
himself,
I asked him,
man.
not Celtic Shaq, right? And he said no. Kevin Garnett, Brooklyn Nets.
Unbelievable, man. But back to the Mammoth. They've been zigzagging a little bit. Vamelka's in net. Love backing him in good spots, and he's probably in a spot where they're going to need him. Buying a little bit of bad news here because Logan Cooley, who's, top 3 player in the lineup, certainly, is going to be out for a couple weeks, it seems. That's what the reports are saying in this one. So this is their first game without him. It's also their first game after a pretty long road trip, which means a couple of things. I love when they come back after these big road trips where they kind of need like a big home performance after, but it's also the first game, little emotional spot for Clayton Keller, who planned on backing him. Super sad situation. His dad passed away. They've been on the road ever since. They plan on doing a little ceremony for him, so they're also going to need him today in a pretty big fashion, being that you're down one of your better offensive options and more reliable ones in Logan Cooley. So like he's going to have to be super aggressive today. I also like his SOGs, but just a spot that has to be taken, especially because like now that Cooley's out, they become a little more top heavy line wise. The Kings, as like good of a defense as they are by the numbers, when they face a lot of these teams that are extremely top heavy, Like a lot of the teams against the Mammoth, they just load up in that top line and say, make anybody else beat us. The Kings aren't really a team that's done that very well. And especially like the past couple of weeks, like the Blackhawks aren't that obviously, but like all the other teams they've played that are similarly built, they've struggled against. This feels like another one. I love the Mammoth.
Okay. Riding with the Mammoth on the ice tonight. Sure. Back in Jay Swish's brother, I believe,
Yeah.
who's on this team. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, I could get down with it. Might not be the nastiest line play, but it's good to see them as favorites against the Kings. All right. Love it. Let's talk about some squares. I like my squares a lot today, Jovan. I do.
It's right out of the Krabs playbook.
I like these squares a lot. We got Zach LaVine, less than 2.5 3-pointers made. Jovan, you want to take a guess at how many threes he had in his last game?
Oh, I know, because he played the Heat with his best friend Blake Snell in attendance and had 8 threes on 40-something points. He was splooting.
He was showing off. Yep. He was showing off, had his best game. You can make an argument his best game in the Kings uni. In that game, 40 piece, he had 8 3-pointers. 8. Not 7, not 6. 8. Not 6, not 7. 8 threes. Well, Jovan, he's facing off against a sneaky good perimeter defense. If there's one thing Indiana has been good at so far this season, it's their perimeter defense. Haven't been good at much else. Okay, they have the 4th best perimeter defense in the NBA. They have the 4th lowest opponent 3-point percentage in the NBA. So their 3-point defense is damn near elite. If there's one thing this Pacers team can do, it's guard the 3 ball. And after he had 8 threes in that last game, certainly expecting him to regress in a game. We're also fading the Kings and taking the Pacers on the spreads. Yeah, we'll fade Zach LaVine as well. Add it to my card.
Sure.
Okay. And then McConkey and AJ Brown. Sure. Sure. This might be my favorite play on Prize Picks today. I like this play a little bit better than Zach LaVine. It's disgusting, Jovan. Ladd has scored in 3 of his last 5 games. He scored in his last game. He's been a pretty reliable touchdown target for Justin Herbert. He scores pretty much every other game. AJ Brown has scored 3 times in the last 2 weeks, and it's hilarious. The more he complains, the more he gets the rock, and the more the Eagles lose. So maybe after 2 weeks of AJ Brown complaining and whining like a little kids and getting the rock plenty and getting 3 touchdowns in those games, maybe you see the Eagles go back to not giving a hoot about what AJ Brown is saying or thinking, and they go out there and try to win football games like they did in the beginning of the year before they let me guy AJ Brown call the shots. I have a pretty good feeling AJ Brown does not get the rock as much as he has the last couple of weeks, and he'll be bitching about it heavily when the Eagles win after this game and not giving a shit about it when he only cares about himself. Fade AJ Brown, who scored 3 times the last couple of weeks. His Prize Pick squares are insane for tonight after how good he's been playing the last 2 or 3 weeks. Almost just thought about fading his fantasy score. I certainly like it. I'll have it in something. But I like this McConkey and Brown less than half a touchdown better. Jovan, you cannot tell me that's not one of the funniest looking squares in this category this entire season.
No, that's hilarious.
2 goats. 2 goats. All they got to do is score once. Does that not just scream under in the game and less than for that square? Come on.
Yeah, it does.
You know what screams, Krabs?
What?
Jahan Dotson.
No.
Oh, yeah, Goots? Does it? Does it scream
No.
Jahan Dotson? Huh? Yeah. Cool. Son of a gun. Go to Javon Squares, man. You bring up Jahan Dotson in these parts. Come on now.
Similar script here. One of the reasons why I love the AJ Brown fade kind of in general tonight is because it's how the Chargers defense is built. So like I think not only is he not going to get peppered with targets, but their whole job as a defense is to keep things kind of secure over the top, which is why they play as much too high as they do. So like this game screams to me. Not only do I think they have to get Saquon loose, sure, but I think they have to get creative in the packages and the personnel of their run game. What they haven't done for the past, I guess, 2 months now, which God knows if it's a sneak Saquon injury or they're just trying to keep him fresh for the playoffs, but he has been getting fed. And I think this is the most important time to actually get Jalen Hurts up and moving. Trent wants to take the square every single week. It's his click and pray square. I don't know why, but There's never been a better time for them to diversify what they do with Jalen Hurts' legs than this game. The rushing lanes are absolutely going to be there. The best, I guess, defense for the run for the Chargers have is right up the middle. What are you going to do? Sure, you're going to get Saquon a little loose on the outside. You're going to try to, but the reality of the situation is they haven't been able to do that the entirety of the season, no matter how much they've tried. Jalen Hurts, while he doesn't have game-breaking speed anymore, I guess you could say like or around the middle or around the outside, I mean, he's going to be the only guy who's like getting out there for the most part. So like I think not only is there probably going to be multiple short yardage situations, whether it's on the goal line or any 3rd and 1 at midfield or whatever, and I think we do get a handful of tush pushes. I think he's also going to have to use his legs in more of the intermediary situations in this one. So I think he's run the ball double-digit times tonight. Then Sorelli comes back for the Lightning tonight. Game screams goals, not just because there's a little bit of good news on the Lightning side, but goaltending. Whenever Johansson's in net, lately it's been unders, but they haven't gone without lack of trying. It's more been because Jonas Johansson's been really good in net. For what reason, I don't know. But they're going to be a little more desperate tonight. Game against the Leafs. Kucherov's going to be back, which is great news for Sorelli because Sorelli feast off of getting the puck in the middle of the ice right off of Kucherov passes because Kucherov wants to be CP3 and doesn't want to shoot the puck himself, especially when they play the Leafs. They have a shit ton of success up the middle of the ice. That's exactly where Sorelli's going to be 5v5, and even though he probably gets knocked down from PP1 and goes to PP2, I think he's going to have to be, when he's on PP2, he rips like no other and tries to be super aggressive, whether he has Kucherov or not. So he hasn't got a point in, I think, 7 games or somewhere near that, completely red chart and beyond for a couple games. This is the time he gets one.
Okay. Completely red chart. He's on the pop tab, which tells me people might be fading Sorelli. Probably not taking him with that red chart. So I'm in. Already locked this lineup in. It looks like we get an even better number with Jalen Hurts there. He's down to 7.5 rush attempts. I'm assuming he's probably going back and forth between 7.5 and 8. So that ain't no problem. And we already locked in the Sharp Report format. There's a link for you guys in the Twitch chat. We'll drop it for you in the YouTube chat as well.
It's in there.
It's in there. Goots your hem. Appreciate you, Beast. Jamie Dookie. Appreciate you following. Jamie Dookie 700. Sure you can. What a name. Morris 2 Code, drop it a follow as well. Queese 7487, excuse me. And 1 Wicked 1 520, dropping follows. We appreciate the newbies. Appreciate the newbies.
Speaking of this, Krabs, Richie's comment, you might have to get involved with the announcer culture category for these primetime games. They are, it's literally a board built for Krabs.
Let me take a peek.
It's just like everything you think would be so easily said in these games, they just find a way to not say that.
Has anybody in the chat dabbled in the team picks? Have you dabbled in the culture picks on Prize Picks? Because I certainly have been. I haven't dabbled in the culture picks yet. That's what Jovan's talking about right now. I think technically the mentions section is under culture. The mentions. Yep. What will the announcers say during the Eagles and the Chargers? Super Bowl. You'd think that Super Bowl is a guarantee. Right, for them to mention Super Bowl with the Eagles coming off a Super Bowl, the Chargers maybe making the Super Bowl this year, right? Both these teams, you could see, a square could see them making the Super Bowl, right? I'll tell you right now, they're not going to. But wouldn't you think the broadcast is probably going to talk about maybe the Eagles being in the Super Bowl last year, maybe show a highlight from last year, or maybe talk about how either of these teams could make the Super Bowl, or maybe talk about how, the Eagles have lost 2 in a row. It looks like they're not going to run back the Super Bowl. There's so many ways you'd expect them to say that, right? Well, yes, is a little juicy for sure, but you could take no, and it's 6x. It's 6x.
That's just.
It's 6x. Bro. I might need a sprinkle on that.
I got a POD.
Goots has a POD?
Goots.
Joe Buck is for sure saying roughing the passer.
Dude.
What's the sell job on Joe Buck saying roughing the passer?
I can just see it now. I can just hear him saying.
That's a 4.34x.
I can just hear him saying, here comes Khalil Mack roughing the passer on Jalen Hurts.
I took that for Thursday Night Football. Different commentating crew.
Yeah.
Never heard roughing the quarterback.
Also, wasn't Pylon up there
Yeah.
Kirk Heardstreet last night said, "What a catch!" Or no, it wasn't Kirk. It was someone. Someone last night. Who was calling Tarico or something? Someone
Yeah, Mike
said.
Tirico.
Someone said, "What a catch!" and then pylon right next to each other.
That's just.
Imagine having that 2-piece.
Dude, that 2-piece.
That
I
would've
wish they would let us
smacked.
make 2-pieces.
Yeah.
Richie knows something here about the Caroline Levitt, what she's about to say at the Supreme Court, down from 2.7 to 1.8. I'm seeing 1.7. I'm gonna have to get involved.
Might have to dabble.
I'm gonna put $100 on that. I'm gonna ride with Richie. Yep, I'm in because that's some serious steam. That's some serious steam. Okay. Am I riding Goots' squad ride for the roughing the passer?
Might have to.
I feel like I have to.
You're getting
Right.
4.34x on it.
All right, Goots. I'm gonna put $50 on it.
Okay.
$50 to win around 217. And I'm also going to take Super Bowl no because it feels way too sharp. It's way too easy for them to say Super Bowl. It makes way too much sense.
It does.
That's why I'll be
man.
taking no. They will not mention the word Super Bowl in this Monday Night Football game tonight, and it's a 5.88x no. I'm going to put $100 on that to win damn near 600s, and it's not letting me do it. Wow, error, rejected.
No.
Probably because it's green.
No.
Let me reset the app. They don't want me to have it. They don't want me to hit a 6x.
They don't want it, man.
Take that as a sign, bro. The chat hates this play for some reason. Why are you guys so passionate about this?
Well, I mean, it's the favorite. The favorite Krabs. Of course, people aren't going to like fading it.
We running back. What a catch.
I don't think there's going to be like catches in this
Yeah.
game. What a run.
What about Jahan Dotson one-hander?
Fuck.
It literally will not let me take no for Super Bowl.
No.
Nah.
I tried lowering it. I'll try putting 25. Oh, it lets me put 25 on it.
Okay.
It didn't let me put 50 or 100. Huh.
Okay.
Huh.
Maybe there's like a max payout you can get with it.
Yeah, it won't even let me throw another 25 on it. Wow. Wow. Let me put another 10 on there, though.
Okay.
All right. We're getting
Okay.
somewhere here, folks. They're not saying Super Bowl tonight. This is going to be the sweat of the night unofficial squad ride, is that they will not say the word Super Bowl during this game tonight.
Why
So
don't
as
we
soon as
just-
they say it tonight on Sweats, Jovan, do me a favor. Punch me in the face.
Why don't we just make it the squad ride?
If that
Punch me in the face.
that's going to be Trent's going to have this list booted up and he's going to have the pen ready and clicked if he hears Super Bowl in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, it's down to 5.55x. I'm moving the
CFB.
line.
Nah, no way Krabs is
I'm
moving
moving 'em.
lines.
I'm moving them and grooving them.
No way he's moving lines, man.
It won't let me put anything else on it. Max is $30. It'll let me put on this puppy total.
Moving lines.
All right. Well, we're in. Maybe I'll let you guys get involved too. Jovan, maybe do it before you forget.
I'm trying right
Oh,
now.
I've got $35 on this puppy. $35 to win a little over 200 for them not to say the word Super Bowl tonight. Unofficial squad ride.
I'm getting rejected like Ma here.
Get involved. Get involved. All right.
Speaking of the squad ride,
Speaking of,
Yeah, you boys ready? Goots, do me a favor. Run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. We had a couple plays straight from the chemist mouth here in the chat real quick. Herbert rushing, Dicker 1.5 field goals, Tooley over half a sack. I was looking at that one. And Dotson yards. Yuck. Hate the Dotson one, but I like the others. Okay, chemist. Okay, chemist. I can see it. I can see it. Pretty sure this is Chemist's team, right? Isn't he a Chargers fan?
Would make sense.
Pretty sure he is. Pretty sure he is. All right. Squad ride. Let's lock in. Enough fun, enough talking about the Super Bowl and the fact that they're not going to sit on the broadcast tonight. Let's lock in here. Let's find a squad ride winner for tonight. And again, guys, I apologize. Not in the office right now. Will be for Sweats tonight. But I got to unload this damn pod that they dropped off right before BTL. And not looking forward to it, but it has to be done. It has to be done. I'll be in the office all day the rest of the week. Apologies for not being in there with you, Jovan, today, but I'll see you tonight for Sweats. For
Let's
now,
go. Yeah.
let's craft up a squad rides. What football player are we putting in here, / are we putting both in and letting the chat decides? It's a limited slate.
Pretty limited slate. I have to just go
You're
both.
pretty confident in the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, to take the Eagles in the first place, I have to be pretty confident.
I say under.
It's like the under.
Wow.
Because realistically, if you put both in, which one's getting more votes?
Yeah, I mean,
The
Eagles. Eagles is probably winning the poll no matter what. That's in there.
You know what else should go in is the Sabres.
Down with the Sabres. The Mammoth are also winning. I think we
Okay.
put that in there.
Put the Mammoth in. Do you want to put New Orleans in?
Honestly, I mean, yes, but I would be down to give you the Pacers as well.
Oh, you like the Pacers.
Always down to bet on Jay Huff.
Okay. Let's put the Pacers in.
How many times?
Feeling pretty good about my card today.
How many times are we going to get to bet the Pacers as favorites? Might be the last.
Might be the first, might be the last.
Good to run it.
Yeah, run it. 4 plays, 4 winners. 4 plays, 4 winners, 5 minutes. 4 plays, 4 winners, 5 minutes. Hurry up, go, go, go. Hurry up, go, go, go. Apologies for not being in the studio today, chat. I know you guys have enjoyed the Goots on Ground, BTLs. They'll be back tomorrow. And apologies if I sound like I'm sick. Every time I hop on a plane, I pretty much get the sniffles for the next 48 hours, and I'm in that window right now. So, I sound kind of sick. I feel good, though. Feel dangerous, and I'm excited to unload this pods and get my shit moved into the room down here. Let's go.
That's huge.
Let's go, chats. That's massive. Hopefully none of these picture frames or hopefully my PS5 still works when I fire that puppy up. Would love to get 2K fired up with the squad here soon. It's been a busy couple weeks. Packing,
Huge.
moving a group.
Oh, yeah.
Busy
Rich
couple weeks.
totally forgot to run the graphic. Ray.
What graphic?
Quad ride graphic.
You mean the video?
Yeah.
We ran it.
Ran it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Richie was saying we ain't seen it.
I don't remember seeing it, though.
The train?
Did we not run train?
We ran train. You want me to do it again for good measure?
Run it again, just in case. There you go. There we go. In the ML. And the Pacers -4. Sure. W's. 4 plays, 4 winners. Get those votes in. If you're wondering, if you're looking at the Twitch stream chat, you're looking at the YouTube chat, you're asking yourself, what the heck? What the heck? Where's the poll? Well, it's on Twitter. Okay, and that's thanks to you guys. We now have to run the poll on Twitter because of the trolls. We've been polling on X because of the trolls for a couple weeks. It has not gone terribly, so we're going to keep doing it. And we got another one for you today. Click on that link in the chat. I'm sure Goots has been spamming those puppies in the Twitch and the YouTube. Get involved. Get involved. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Please, guys. Every vote matters. Get those votes in now. You've got a couple of minutes left. Surge stream today. Rumors. I believe
Rumors
we do
are
have a
true.
surge stream. Yes, rumors are true.
Wow.
Let's go. W. Trent. I'll be listening on my earpods while I'm moving shit into the apartment here. Very, very excited. All right. W's, get those votes in. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Very, very, very excited to hear what wins this poll, to be honest with you, because I have no clue what's going to win this poll. I've got no idea. No idea. Is it going to be a primetime under? Is it going to be a hockey play? Or could it be a nasty NBA favorite?
I think we're on like an insane streak here. I don't think we've seen anything. When there's a primetime play in the poll, it's won. I think everyone for like the past month.
Yeah. Typically, these NFL picks end up winning.
Yeah.
Right? Almost took the Pelicans today against the Spurs, but they're a bunch of me guys, man.
Me guy.
Jordan Poole complaining about the culture in D.C. Looks like he's really improved it down there in New Orleans. Really helped out that team.
Yeah,
3-21.
He ain't even up and moving.
Hurt, having a shit year. Team sucks. Epitome of a me guy. Happy we got him out of DC. Sucks because we gave him the world.
Got an LC article up and moving.
Nah.
No shots.
Nah.
Let's go.
Who's scoring? Yeah.
What's it about? What's it
It's
about?
about who's scoring tonight.
Wow.
No shot. Should we screen share or just drop the link? Just drop the link.
Can you
Links
drop the link in
dropped.
chat?
Drop the link. We got an LC article up and moving. Let's go, LC. Let's go, LC. Sure we can. Yeah, I'm going to have at least one up for this game tonight.
Yeah, me too.
So make sure you guys check out the website later, please. You can watch all the streams on the website as well. You can chat on
chat.
Twitch. People forget you can chat on Twitch on the website. You can just pull the website up on your laptop and you can chat. You can watch the video and you can chat through the website. Crazy. Crazy. You can check out articles. You can check out scores. You can check out injury reports. So if you click on the NFL game tonight, you can see who's on the injury report for both teams. Go check it out, please. Okay? And yeah, I'll have an article up in a little bit here for tonight. Get involved. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Goodsy, do we have a squad ride for tonight?
Want to take a guess?
The under in the football game.
Sure is, folks.
Okay. Dusting off old Krabs. Sure we can.
Dustin.
Sure we can. Consider myself dedusted.
Did that.
And we're cashing tonight.
Let's
We're
go.
cashing tonight.
No fun.
W squad ride, Eagles, Chargers, under 41.5. We'll be sweating these puppies out tonight. Be there, be square, and check out the website for articles later today. Make sure you stick around for these surge streams starting up right now, right after this. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll be.